Hey crew, how are we? I'm having some problems with StreamYard this morning, so I hope everyone can see me and hear me okay. I've just shared the broadcast into the group because StreamYard won't let me do it today. So if anyone's here with me live, if you can let me know that you can see me and hear me okay, that would be most appreciated, because I'm not sure that this broadcast even is going to work. I might just check myself because nothing's popping up. So if you are here with me live, please say hello, guys. There's all sorts of technical difficulties this morning, which I did not have time for. And StreamYard said there's a major issue with StreamYard and Facebook today. So all pages and groups that were connected are not connected. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. So I hope I'm here. Okay, so Patricia is here. Hello, Helen, Henry, and fellow friends. So this is a good thing. A live is okay. Hello, Beth, you can see me. That's good. So sorry for those in the free group. I hope I've shared it in there. So those of you that normally watch from the free group, sorry, I'm just playing with my phone at the moment. Hopefully I've shared this okay over there. But if not, I will do it later. So please say hello as you're coming in, and yeah, hopefully all is well. At least StreamYard is working for me on my business page. So don't you love these technical difficulties, especially when you've got an extremely busy day, you've been on calls for hours already, and you're bang, 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 bang today, and then these kind of things pop up. So all good. What I want to talk to you about today is the 7 most common mistakes that people make on their personal profiles. And it's really, really important that you guys are in tune to this, because you cannot underestimate how many people go and check out your personal profile, even if you are concentrating mainly on a business page, or you've got a business page and you're just doing Facebook ads. People go and check you out, guys. And when you comment in groups and on other people's pages, you're doing it from your personal profile. So as you are interacting with different people and different businesses and business pages and groups and stuff like that on Facebook, you're doing all of that mainly 99% of the time probably from your personal profile. So when people don't know who you are or what you do or where you come from or anything like that, they go and check you out. And some of you got some major flaws with your personal profiles. I do, for those of you in my coaching community, I do have, it's in Unit 7. It's called a Facebook profile overhaul. Please go through that training, guys, those of you that are in my coaching community, because I talk about all of this in more detail, but not only talk about it, I show you how to rectify the things that I'm going to talk about today. So it's just a foundational thing. No matter what you're doing, whether you're concentrating on your personal profile or a business page, or you're doing Facebook ads, whether you're running your business organically or through paid strategies, your personal profile is where everything stems from. It's where you create business pages from. It's where you create your groups from. Everything stems off your personal profile. So you want to give it some love and attention. You want it to be the best billboard it could possibly be. And, you know, check the little elements of a personal profile, which I'm going to mention on today's live. And if you need to update some things or take care of some things, then please go and do that. It might seem simple to you, but everything revolves around your personal profile that you do on Facebook. So that I'm going to share 7 things with you today. So just have a little check-in with yourself for those 7 things. So welcome everybody to this broadcast. Hopefully I'm sharing in the group. I'm not sure if anyone's watching from the social media strategies group, but I couldn't connect StreamYard to the group today, but I've shared it in there. So hopefully I'm capturing all you guys. If not, I'll share it after. But my name is Helen. Helen. It's been such a long morning. You've got no idea. It's been a huge week. Anyway, get it out, Helen. My name is Helen Martin, and I'm your online crew captain. And we have the most awesome online crew community here of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, anybody in a home-based business, like small business, and you want to learn to leverage social media to build your business with modern online strategies. None of us want to convince anybody to buy anything off us or join us in our business. We truly want to attract people to us through social media, through what we do, attraction marketing strategies, strategies, utilizing all the tools and things that are available to us through social media to truly attract people to us. So that's what we do here. Once a week at the beginning of the week, I do something to do with social personal development, personal growth. This week was no exception. Please go and watch that video from 2 days ago if you missed it. I didn't go live yesterday because I was at a funeral. So thank you for all of those of you that sent messages and your support and whatever. I really, really appreciate that. Yes, it was a tough day, but you just got to do the best you can in those kind of circumstances. But we are back today to talk about, some mistakes on your personal profile. So you can just do a check-in of that. Just a couple of updates. The day 1 of 3 days of the Reviews Bootcamp is happening in my coaching community in, just under 45 minutes. In the coaching community. But remember, guys, it's done via Zoom. I'm not doing it via live. So you just go to Unit 20 in the group, get the Zoom link, jump on, because I am reviewing your work, your pages, your branding, your posts, your ads, your likes campaigns, conversion ads, traffic ads. Even if you are not presenting anything yourself, you are going to learn a ton from listening to me review other people's work. So jump on that if you're one of my coaching community members. If you're not, you can still jump in. The link is above. You can get in for $1 for a 3-day trial. Have a look around, see what you like. There's just thousands and thousands of dollars worth of training in that group, guys, from branding to content creation, networking, prospecting, bots, groups, Facebook groups, how do you create them, Facebook advertising, you name it, it's in there. And Unit 7 is all the details about what I'm talking today about your profile overhaul and some of the things that you should look at there. Also, guys, remember that the video challenge starts on January the 30th. It's free. It's a free group. I've got the link up there as well to join into that. So if you want to master Facebook Lives or just get more consistent at Facebook Lives, if you've dabbled in it and a little bit or just hone in your skills, you are more than welcome to join us in that group. We start on January 30th. Okay, so we're all good. We're all good. Who have we got here? Hello, Megan, Olive, Susan, good to see you guys all here. There's our emojis. So the palm tree is the mascot for our community here. The fish is the mascot for our free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. The cruise ship is for those online crew leaders. Where are you, my coaching crew members? Put the cruise ship down below. And the anchor is if you're a life member in my coaching community, where we do real practical training like we're doing for the next 3 days. Okay. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Cheryl. We've got Daniel, good to see you here. Cynthia, good morning, Tammy. It's morning in her part of the world. Jennifer King, hey, how are you, my girl? Good to see you on. We've got Lynn. I hope you're feeling better, Lynn. Lynn had a bit of a fall and smashed up her face, so she's recovering. So I hope you're doing better. Cheryl, Susan, good to see you guys here. We've got Tina. Thank you for saying hello to Henry, who's my little fish here. We've got Marinda on. What a legend. Good to see you on too, Marinda. We've got Esther. Susan, you're in the social media group. Thank you for letting me know that that works, Susan. Just technology issues. It's not just me. Apparently it's StreamYard and Facebook today. Any of you others that are using StreamYard and Facebook today, there are issues in general. Beth, watching from the group. Awesome. We've got Christina. Lost my top fan badge. Oh no, Heather, that's no good. And you are here regularly, so I'm not sure why that is, but are you watching from the group or the page as well? Because you'll be top fan if you're on the business page. And it does come back. So stay with me, Heather, and it'll come back. Hello, Betty Ray. Good to see you on live. So sorry to hear, Helen. Sorry for your loss. Thank you very much, Christina. Really appreciate that. It was a very, very sad day. I won't go into that because I'll just cry. So let's move on. Hello, Heidi. We've got Monica. How are you? Jennifer, Tracy. It's midnight and you're still up. Lovely to have you with us here, Tracy. We've got Laurie. Next question, Laurie. And we've got Shauna here. You lost your tap fan badge too. Okay, I think there's more than one glitch with Facebook. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if it extends to top fan badges or not, but there are some glitches at the moment. I'm just lucky to be going live with you today, I think. So yeah, just hang in there. I'm not sure what's causing the glitches. Sometimes when Facebook makes major changes, glitches appear with different things and they come and go, but they usually come back. So let's see how that plays out. So, because I do have the bootcamp in my coaching community in under 45 minutes, I'm going to keep going with this content. Thank you for joining me, guys, and thank you for your support. Again, I really appreciate that for, where I was yesterday. So let me go through these 7 things, okay? First and foremost, I'm sort of going to go down your profile as you would look at it. I was going to try to have this all hooked up so I could show you my phone via Zoom through StreamYard. Didn't have time to do any of that because I was mucking around with access with StreamYard. So I'm just going to show you my phone, which is not ideal, but to visually show you some things as well. So if you think of your profile and you go down, the first thing people are generally drawn to other than your profile pic is your cover photo. So what's on your cover photo, guys, and does it make sense to other people? What you really want to think of in relation to your personal profile is it's actually not for you, it's for other people to understand who you are, what you're about, and all that kind of stuff. Your branding message can kind of start with your personal profile, although your personal profile is not for business. It's not about pushing your business. It's not about having your business in your cover photo. You can create curiosity and intrigue on your cover photo, but just think about it as a bit of a billboard for you and a bit of your logo type image type thing, and how that's presented out to the big wide world, and does it make sense? So what's on your cover photo, the big one, not your profile pic, the cover photo. If it's a group of people, does it make sense that it's maybe you and your hubby and your kids and things like that? Or is it like a just group of girlfriends or, 3 or 4 people, which people think, which one are you? Like, just take a check-in of what's in your cover photo, like the actual banner, not the profile picture, the actual banner. And if you've got something that's pretty crappy or it's poor quality, change it. You can even, if you've got something or nothing, some people don't even have anything there, which just doesn't make sense to me. It's just a black screen. I'll show you something. When you go into, and I apologize that I haven't got this all set up properly, I didn't expect tech issues this morning with StreamYard. So here's mine. Okay, so my cover banner, it's photos, my photo there, which matches the photo on my business page. So there's congruency there. And I've got written there, opportunities don't happen, you create them. So that's just my way of saying to the world, positive thinker, that kind of thing. It fits the business model that I'm so I've just got some kind of inspirational sort of message there, okay? You can read that on a computer and on my mobile phone. So if you've got something with words on it, just check that whatever you've got, if you create it on a computer, that it also fits the mobile phone. You would be very surprised how many images that I see, mainly on business pages, to be honest, that they create something with words on it. You go and look at it at mobile view, which 95% of people are on, guys. 95% people are on mobile. So it's more important to have mobile friendly images and words than sort of on a desktop. But you can read it no matter where you are looking at my profile. Okay. So if I click on the cover image and I want to change it, can you see the words down the very bottom that says select artwork? Okay. So I'm going to pull that up and there's all these different things, awesome, beautiful images that I can choose from if I don't have anything else. So if yours is really bland and boring or fuzzy with people in it or something, just select a piece of artwork for now and put something up that looks good. You could also select that artwork, save one of those images to your camera roll, then get onto Canva and put the image in Canva, put your picture on it, some words on it, or get a little bit creative and create a proper billboard for yourself. It's unfortunate that people judge a book by its cover, but that's what your Facebook profile is. And the first things that they'll look at is your cover photo and your profile picture. So what do they represent? And do they represent the kind of person that you are? Like, somebody with a good, strong message, positive message, those kind of things. So take a check-in of what's on your cover photo. Your banner. Second thing is the actual photo. Okay. What's in your photo, guys? What I was going to do is pull up sort of my Facebook friend requests and show you a number of images and tell you what was good, and not good. But basically what you want to cover here is your face really clear to see who you are? Or do you have a lot of words? Don't have words. Don't necessarily have, what's the word I'm looking for? Like some of you will have overlays and stuff like that go over your face. Like every now and again, there's a theme that might pop up that has a Facebook sort of overlay or something like that. And you might want to support a cause. No worries, but just don't keep it there permanently. Anything that's blocking your face or words, or you've got the whole family in your profile picture, or you've got a dog or a cat or a boat or something like that, get rid of it. Your profile picture is how people recognize you before your name. You are building know, like, and trust on social media through your face. People will recognize your face before they recognize your name. For me, it's a very unique, I guess, because I've actually put the hat on my profile pic because I'm creating sort of that intrigue across to my business page, okay? But you can very clearly see my face. If you have a profile pic that is a cartoon character, that's got somebody that's, distracting sort of your face, or it's the whole family, I would highly recommend you get rid of that and just have a nice clear picture of your face, okay? Nice big smile and just very clear around your face, not too distant, not too close. Like if somebody looks at it, they'll go, that's Helen. Like you can tell that from my profile pic. If somebody looks at your profile pic, is it something you've skewed from you and a hubby or a wife or something like that, and it's just sort of you cut off to the side, so you can tell that there's not much thought gone into that? Or is it multiple people and thinking which one of the hell is they? Because there's multiple people in there. There shouldn't be multiple people. There shouldn't be animals or anything like that. If you want to create some kind of theme or curiosity or something like that, have it in your featured photos, have it in your cover banner if you want, but your profile pic should be very clearly and easily you, because you interact in groups, you interact on business pages, you leave comments everywhere on Facebook, and sometimes the only thing that will identify you to people is your image. So what does your image look like? It should be clear that somebody goes, yep, that's Helen. Okay, so profile pic is really, really important. And people will see my hat and pick me up and know sort of who it is because of what I've created. And that's sort of deliberate on my part. But please, guys, have a really clear profile picture. Okay, it's not that hard. So the cover photo, the profile pic, the next bit is your little bio here. So sorry, guys. Interesting day. So I know you can't see it, but underneath Helen Martin, it says social media coach for home-based business owners. Very simple, very clear. People can sort of tell what I do. Some of you will have a list a mile long of things, that you have there, and you don't necessarily need all of that. In that particular section, there's a maximum of 101 characters, so you can't go too overboard with that section, but just keep it really clear and concise. Have some cool emojis on the side that represent sort of what it is that you do or what your interests are. A lot of you will have mum, grandma, auntie extraordinaire, or, whatever it is. It's not necessary. People can see you're a mum if you've got pictures on your kids on your personal profile. So put what's important that identifies you as, identifies you separate from everyone else. There's a lot of mums out there. There's a lot of dads out there. There's a lot of grandmas out there, and grandpas and aunties and uncles and whether that doesn't identify you personally. It doesn't set you as apart from the crowd. Let people see straight under your name. See, mine says social media coach for home-based business owners. Simple, straight to the point, but people know in a second kind of what it is that I'm interested in and what I do. This is your billboard, guys. People will look at your profile. People size you up in seconds. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. And the busier social media gets, the clearer. This is why branding on your business page is foundational 101 important. You got to be really clear in a few seconds about who you are, what you do, and what you help people with. If you don't do that, you confuse people, and confused people don't do anything. So same with your personal profile. What are you representing? What do you look like? What do you tell people you do in seconds? So somebody can scan this in a second and see, inspirational message there, the hat, don't know what that's all about. But if they go snooping, founder, CEO, owner of Helen Martin, so that hyperlinks to my business page. Founder, CEO, owner of Healthy Living with Helen, that's a different page that I've got. There's another 10,000 people over there for my Healthy Living page. And honestly, I don't give it much attention. I'll admit that. I don't even go live over there, but it's an interest of mine. It's what my network marketing company represents, health and wellness. So it's a big part of my life. I just need some more time to concentrate over there, but it's there. Fitness instructor, some of you may know, I teach at a gym weekly. Accounting, but yes, I'm still do contract accounting work. I studied at the University of South Australia. That was the school that I went to. That's where I live. Yes, I'm married. The other one there, the followed by 520 people. I only turned that on just recently. And I would recommend, if you guys want that on, like you want people to be able to follow you, that they don't have to request to be your friend. So my page is public, so everyone can see it anyway. If you are serious about building a business on social media, then have your page public first and have followed on. So people don't have to Facebook friend me to see all the stuff on my Facebook profile. It's public anyway, but they can follow me, okay? And Facebook tracks that and adds it up. So that's just going to keep accumulating that number. What I didn't realize before is that you have to go into your settings and turn it on. Otherwise, that won't appear there. So followed by, you have to go into your settings in Facebook and turn it on. If you don't know how to do that and you're in the coaching community, that's all part of that training in Unit 7, okay? So have some information there. Have your links there. So this is all going into 3 and 4. So number 3 is the bio, the intro. Oops. So this part here, which you can edit. And then all this information down here, all these hyperlinks, you want people to be able to go and find your business page from your personal profile. You want people to go and find you on other social media platforms, if you've got them, straight from here. So do yourself a favor and represent yourself in a really good light. Clear, concise, what is most important to you in that little bio section. What is it that you're trying to promote on your personal profile? It's not to promote your business, okay? But I'm letting people know that I'm a social media coach to people in the home-based business owners. Not any business owner, not a bricks and mortar business owner, a home-based business owner. So in seconds, people can work out what it is that I do. And then if they want to go and keep checking me out, there's links to everything there, and people can learn a little bit about me. So can you see the difference when you bother to fill it out, that people can learn a lot about you in a very short space of time? So take the trouble to go and clean it up. If your profile picture is not that good, then go and take a selfie. Like, the quality of phones, the cameras on phones is incredible. Like, just take another nice little selfie and pop it in your profile picture. But give yourself the opportunity to have, if you've got business pages and stuff like that, hyperlink it here. If people are curious, if your family and friends are curious about what you're up to, they will go and check out, because people are nosy. People are very nosy. So, but if it's not there, how can you let people know what you do? And this is a very cool way to sort of lead from behind. You've got it there. You're not pushing it in front of anybody. It's just there. So if people want to check it out, then they can, but you're not saying, hey, check out my business page and everything over there, but it's sitting there it's sitting there if people want to go and check it out, okay? So number 3 was the bio section, like the intro there, and number 4 is the links. Now, from there, what's in your feature photos? What are you trying to portray? Happiness, good times, fun, holidaying, family. That's where you want to put that, not in your profile picture, okay? And this little one here, this is all in the training, guys. This little one on the end, social media strategies, this is my feature photo. So if you click on that, view featured, Voila, I've now taken them to my free group. How cool is that? So that's all in the training too, guys. So utilize your featured photos. If you want a hyperlink, view featured, straight to a group, you can do that too. Get smarter about what you're doing on your personal profile and where you want to lead people. Okay? So we've got our featured photos. That's number 5. Number 6, hang on. I can see my friends because it's my phone, but I've hidden my friends. Don't have your friends public for any Tom, Dick, and Harry to see. Go into your settings and hide your friends so you don't have, particularly in this industry, you don't have people in this industry stalking your friends list and approaching them about their business. So hide your friends. I can see it because this is my profile and I'm looking at it from my perspective, but that's my friends are not public to people. So number 5 is featured photos. Number 6 is story highlights. Are you using them? Stories, the feature, Facebook stories, they disappear. So it's called ephemeral content, which means it disappears. Poof, gone, 24 hours. So you put up a story and it's there for 24 hours and then it's gone. But you can have your settings set in stories that it saves every story so it gets archived. Or you can save certain ones to your camera roll, and then you can go back into your camera roll and then bring them into your Facebook highlights. So your stories have been and gone. These are stories. Some of these stories, like if you look at the one that says work, starting to get serious lightning happening there. That was, I don't know how long ago, 18 months ago or something like that. So traditional stories are gone. That was gone like 18 months ago, but because I saved it and it's archived and I've brought it into story highlights, it all stays there. So if people want to stick around and get nosy about me and have a look at some information, I can utilize the stories that I've done, put them in albums, story highlights, and people can go snooping around here. This is fabulous for you to create curiosity and intrigue around what it is that you do for a business. What's your thing? Is it traveling? Is it, digital marketing? Is it, health and wellness? Is it jewelry? Is it weight loss? Like, what do you do for a business? Create a story highlights, because you can create massive amounts of intrigue and curiosity in stories, have it archived so it stays in your camera roll, come and create an album and stick it all in there, and it's there. If people want to poke around and be curious about what it is you do, it's sitting there 100% of the time. Okay? So use story highlights. Some of you may not even be using that. So, it just says here, add new. So go into add new. I can go and pick up any of my stories and, add it to ones that are already there, or I can go into edit and add a new one. There's all sorts of things you can do. That's all in the training in Unit 7, guys. So make sure you're using story highlights. Now, the last one, and I've failed to do this because of my distractions this morning, is you do want to try to always have a blue ring around your profile picture, because that means you've got an active story. So when somebody clicks on your profile picture, it'll show them the latest story. Okay, so our goal, and I don't always meet this goal, guys. The last thing I'm thinking about this morning or yesterday, I can tell you, is putting anything in stories. So it doesn't always work 100% of the time, but the goal would be to have at least one story every 24 hours. So the ring around my profile picture is blue. So if you see a blue ring around people's profile pictures, it means they've got an active story, and that's what we're aiming for. The algorithm in Facebook stories is completely different to the algorithm in the news feed. It's where Facebook wants us to play. Ephemeral content is where it's moving towards. Our content is going to disappear in the future. Personal profiles are going to become more private. You're not even going to have business-related information on personal profiles, because they're not going to push it out to anybody, even if you put it there. But stories is getting great exposure as far as the algorithm goes. There's new features coming out for stories, but you won't get them if you're not using the feature. If you're using the feature and you're regularly using it, they'll give you the updates first. So it's where Facebook wants you to be. We know that by if I go into just Facebook generally, if I just get out of my profile there for a section, is Laurie on? Laurie, you're first up in my stories. So like stories is taking up, that first part of my news feed. If that's not Facebook saying, we want you to look at stories before you look at anything else, it's right smack bang in front of us. Say, like, we want you to use stories first. Mine, I'm not sure whether you've got this, but I've got the two. So the top one is my personal profile stories and the bottom one is my business page stories. So it's right in front of me, both of them. I can add to them really quickly. That's where Facebook wants us to play. So utilize that in your personal profile because it enables you to create far more curiosity and intrigue. You can be a little bit cheeky with it, but you might not be in your news feed. You might be a little bit forthright about your business and what you're up to on stories, knowing that it disappears within 24 hours, but save it to your camera roll, put it in an album that sits there on your personal profile sort of permanently. Okay, so they're the 7 things that you really want to do a little bit of a check on how, your profile looks and whether you do much on your personal profile or not. Those are the kind of things that it's just a no-brainer. You have to do that kind of stuff. If you want some kind of impression on Facebook, exposure, even if you're on other social media platforms, people do go and check you out. So if they can't even see what your face looks like, and it makes a massive difference from my point of view. And I mention this quite often. There are some of you that might be quite legitimate, genuine people, but because of what your Facebook profile looks like, I don't approve you in my groups if you don't answer the question. So there's probably legitimate people that request to get into my free group or the video challenge, but their profile picture is not clear. So I'm like, I'm not sure who this is. So then I go and look at your profile. And all it is, and I see this way too often, is updated profile picture. So when you update your profile picture, it's got the circle, like it becomes a post on your newsfeed. Whenever you update anything, it becomes a post on your newsfeed. And all it is updated profile picture, updated profile picture, updated profile picture. And now there's one of a cartoon or whatever. And but it's none of you. It's like family or whatever. I went to one yesterday, I think it was all shared content. The profile picture was a couple of eyes, like it was like a graphic that was just a couple of eyes. And I'm like, oh, this person doesn't look real. So if you're listening, this person, you need to go and request again because they requested access to my video challenge group and I declined them because I thought this person looks dodgy. Then I saw a request to my social media group, my free group. And so they didn't answer the questions in the video challenge group. They answered the questions in the social media group and answered them properly. And then one of my last questions is did somebody refer you to this group? And then there was a name of somebody I know really well. And then I felt awful. And I'm like, oh, I've just declined them in that group. But they were referred to me by this person. And then I felt like crap. But it's the way they presented themselves to me. So I've made a massive judgment, and people will do this to you all the time. People will make a judgment on your personal profile. Your cover photo, your profile picture, what you've got, what you're doing. You can't neglect your personal profile. I don't post on my personal profile every day. I just don't have time sometimes. So you don't have to always be there, but you have to have stuff there sort of regularly. And it needs to be realistic of what your life is sort of about or who you are or what your interests are and those kind of things. So please don't underestimate your personal profiles. You could be not being approved from groups or not taken seriously because of how you're representing yourself by a very simple photograph or image or, it's your billboard as such. So does that make sense, guys? It's just and it's not something you have to check over all the time. Some people say, I change my profile picture often. Is that okay? I wouldn't recommend it because then people don't recognize you. Like if you've got the same, I'd probably do it once a year, if that. Just to, because your people will look, seriously, people look at your picture before they look at your name. You are being recognized on social media by whatever image you put out there. Okay. And even if you're doing Facebook advertising or business pages, if people are curious about you, they'll go and track down your personal profile. So it's a really, really important part of the equation. So please don't overlook it. Okay. So, Alicia, I'm a real estate agent as well, so I don't really share my online business on my personal page. I don't either, Alicia. I will create some curiosity and intrigue, but I don't share any of this stuff on my personal profile or talk about a lot of online stuff on my personal profile on a consistent basis. So, you know, that's fine. We're not asking you to do that. It's about how you're just representing yourself as an individual, as a person, and you know what you look like, what image you're coming across with, that kind of thing. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Hi Helen, is it okay to have a hyperlink onto your info on your personal page? So do you mean the hyperlinks for oh, look at the time. Do you mean what I showed you there? Hyperlinks? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but if somebody goes to founder, CEO, owner at Helen Martin, they click on Helen Martin, then they can, oh, hang on, that's doing it from my perspective. If somebody externally clicks on that, it's going to take them straight to my business page. So absolutely, why not? I'm not pushing it down anybody's throat. This is real. This is what I do. This is my business. So it's part of who I am on my personal profile. I'm not pushing my business. It's part of who I am and what I do. That's all it is. It's just a resume. That list is just your resume. That's all it is. So it's completely fine. Okay. If there's any other questions, I'll get back to them in a few hours. I just noticed the time. I need to be on live with my coaching community group in just over sort of 5 minutes on that first day of the Reviews Bootcamp to review your pages and stuff like that. So I need to go and get ready for that. I hope this was helpful in some way. Just have a bit of a check over, do a little bit of a health check, as they would say, regarding all the different 7 elements that I had a look at and see if there's anything to tidy up. Those of you in my coaching community, just go to Unit 7 and follow the training in there, and that'll take you through it all and how to hyperlink and how to put your follow button on and, you know, graphics and, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. Okay. Excuse me. So thank you for joining me here. I'll answer any questions, you know, later in the day, and I will see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Those of you in my coaching community, I will see you in 5 minutes or so over on Zoom. Okay, guys. See ya. Bye.